you've had a really good week and you're ready to have some fun this morning, we're going to start with a song. You need some space because it's Our God is a Great Big God.
Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God, and He holds us in His hands.
Don't forget to wiggle.
Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God, and He holds us in His hands. He's higher than a skyscraper, and He's deeper than a submarine. He's wider than the universe, and beyond my wildest dreams. And He's known me, and He's loved me since before the world began. How wonderful to be a part of God's amazing love. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God, and He holds us in His hands. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God, and He holds us in His hands. He's higher than a skyscraper, and He's deeper than a submarine. He's wider than the universe, and beyond my wildest dreams. And He's known me, and He's loved me since before the world began. How wonderful to be a part of God's amazing love. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God, and He holds us in His hands. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God, and He holds us in His hands. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God. Our God is a great big God, and He holds us in His hands. 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 And He holds us in His hands.
Well done. Hope you've enjoyed that. It's a long time since we've done that. Now, I've got a bag here with a few different items in. I'm going to give you some clues to see if you can guess what is inside this bag. So clue number one. This is something that your mum or your dad or somebody will put on you if you fall over and you cut your knee. What do you think it might be? Let's have a look in my bag. It is a plaster. Of course. We put plasters on when we fall over, don't we? Now I've got something else in my bag. This is something that's used to take your temperature if you're not feeling very well. What do you think it might be? Let's have a look. Oh, I found something. Anybody know what that is? It's a thermometer. Now this one goes in your mouth, but you might have one that goes in your ear or one that points to your forehead. It takes your temperature to see if you are healthy or not. Next one. This is something that you might have to take on a spoon if you're not feeling very well. Wonder if you can guess what that is. In my bag, it's Calpol. I've always got some of these if my boys aren't feeling very well. Next one. This is something that might be used when you've fallen over just to give what you've done a clean. What do you think it might be? And it does sting a bit when they use this. That's That's right, antiseptic wipes. Make sure that it's all clean. Next thing in my bag, once they've given it a wipe and they've made sure it's all clean, we put this on to make sure that any little bugs inside the cut are killed. What do you think that might be? That's right, that's some very special germaline clean cream. It makes it everything clean and no bugs in your cut so that it heals. And last of all, if you've fallen over and you've hurt a part of your body, this is something that your mums or your dads, or even if you have to go to the hospital, that they might wrap around the part of your body that's hurt. What do you think that might be? Let's have a look. It's a bandage. Now, what do you think all these things have in common? A bandage, antiseptic wipes, a thermometer, germaline cream, a plaster, and some Calpol. What do you think they've got in common? That's right, they all belong in a first aid kit that we use when we are not very well or if we've had an accident. Now today's story is somebody else who wasn't feeling very well. And so some friends brought him to Jesus. And Jesus performed one of his fantastic healing miracles. So let's listen to the story. It's called Down Through the Roof. Anna stuck a finger through the hole in his skirt. How did it get there, she wondered. She would have run to her mother to have it mended, but her mother was on the other side of the house, and the house was full. Packed full. Jammed full. Chock-a-block full. Why? Because Jesus was visiting, of course. The old man and woman standing in front of Anna shifted and she squeezed into the hole in between them. She could see better now. Jesus was a lot like her father. They both taught people about God. They both prayed beautiful prayers. But Jesus could do something else, something her father had never done. Jesus could make sick people well. No wonder the whole town had crowded into her house. Suddenly, something dropped on Anna's head. Anna looked up and there was a hole in the roof. Anna stepped back. The hole got bigger. The crowd stepped back and the hole got bigger still. What's going on up there? Shouted Anna's father. And instead of an answer, a man dropped through the hole. A man lying on a mat with a rope at each corner. A very poorly sick man who could not even move. He was paralysed. His friends lowered him carefully to the floor and Jesus gently kneeled down and laid his hand on the man's head. My friend, Jesus said, the wrong things you have done are now forgiven. Wait a minute, growled Anna's father. Just wait a minute. Only God can take away someone's sins. Just who do you think you are? Oh dear, thought Anna. Her father often got angry when he talked to people about God. But Jesus wasn't angry at all. Which is easier, he said calmly, to forgive a lame man's sins or to make him walk? It was all Anna could do not to giggle. What a silly question, she thought. One is just as hard as the other. Well, Jesus continued, to show you that God has given me the power to fix what is wrong in this man's heart, I shall fix what is wrong with his body. Stand up, Jesus cried the man. You can do it. And the man did. What's more, he he outstretched his arms. He rolled up his mat, put it over his shoulder, and walked out of the door. His friends climbed down from the roof to join him. The crowd followed behind, cheering. But all Anna could do was to stare up through the hole and smile. Jesus was a hero. That's one of my favourite stories in the Bible. And it's one of my favourites because when everything else was going wrong, Jesus turned everything around. Jesus healed the man. He was no longer paralysed. He could get up and he could walk. Now today we're going to make our own reminder. Now we're going to make a man lying on his stretcher, on his mat. And Jesus said the words, rise up and walk. And our man is going to rise up. Now to make this, you need 2 lollipop sticks. If you haven't got lollipop sticks, drinking straws or 2 little sticks from the garden work just as well. You need just a little bit of card, white card if you've got it. If you haven't, a coloured card is fine. Different coloured crayons, a split pin, yeah, some scissors, a pencil, some felt tip pens and some sellotape. Now first of all, we're going to make our mat, our stretcher. So if you've got a little piece of card, just fold it in half and then cut it down the middle. And then cut it, just trim it off again so that it's about that size. And what you're going to do, just to check to make sure it's the right size, put your lolly sticks in front of you and then just put the piece of card over the top of the lolly sticks just to make sure it's the right size. Perfect, because you should see some lolly stick or stick at either end. So I'm going to make my mat. So I'm going to use all of my colours to create a rainbow coloured mat. So I'm going to start off just doing little stripes of colour. You can decorate this mat however you like. I quite like rainbow colours and it's quite easy to do. That's it, going all the way along. And there we go. There is my mat to go on my lolly sticks. Now put the lolly sticks in front of you and just put the mat over the lolly sticks so that you've left some of the lolly stick either end. And you're just going to very carefully stick it down with some sellotape. Go. And I'm just going to cut my sellotape just so that I can wrap it around. So. And there's our mat. Now, taking your split pin, in the middle of your mat, you just need to push it through and make a hole. There we go. And then you can just leave it out of him. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to actually draw our man that goes on the mat. So one of the pieces of the card that you've cut off, you can measure it and make sure it's the right size for you. That's the right size. Might just trim it down a little bit. And all you're going to do is to draw a picture of the man. Now if you don't like drawing very much, you could always draw a stick person, or you could draw a man. It's up to you. There we go. There's my man. I'm just going to colour him in. Now, because of where he lived, he would have had brown hair and brown eyes. But you can decide what colour you want him to be. I'll put him a nice smile because he was happy when he saw Jesus. And then I'm just going to colour him some clothes on. Very simple. There we go. There he is, can you see? Now, I'm going to write the message on the bottom of my card. I've left some space, and I'm going to write the words, rise up and walk, because those are the words that Jesus spoke. Rise up. And walk. Easy, just like that. Now take your split pin and you're going to poke a hole in the middle of this card. It'll be right through the man's tummy, but that's all right. And then push it through your stretcher. That's it. There we go. There is our man on the stretcher. Jesus said the words, rise up and walk, and he stands up. Perfect. It's just a reminder to us actually that when we're feeling poorly, all we have to do actually is just to ask Jesus to come in and help us. We're going to finish with prayer. He's our prayer. Hold my hand, God, lead the way. Help me be good every day. Let me know what's right and wrong. Keep me safe day and night. Let me know what you have planned. Lead the way, God, hold my hand. Amen. Hope you've enjoyed that this morning, and I'll see you next time for another story and some craft. Bye.